How's it going, Webheads? My name is Ryan Walsh, and this is a Webhead movie review where I review all of the latest movies in today's world. Today, I'm going to be reviewing the movie Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales. That's right, I have seen the brand new Pirates of the Caribbean movie, and this is my non-spoiler review coming at you guys. So if you guys want to hear my review on this movie, make sure you guys stay tuned. Before we get into this video, guys, I want to remind everybody that is new to my channel, make sure you guys subscribe to Webhead if you want more movie reviews. I have plenty of movie reviews coming out this summer season. Also, make sure you guys comment below and let me know your thoughts on the Pirates of the Caribbean: Dead Men Tell No Tales movie. I want to hear your opinions on this, and I want to know if you guys liked the movie or didn't like the movie, and what parts you like the most. So make sure you guys let me know down in the comment section. Alrighty, Webheads. So how I'm going to structure this movie review, I'm going to be going through my positives, my negatives, and then my overall thoughts, whether you guys should spend your hard-earned money on this movie. Is it worth it to go see it in IMAX? Is it worth it to see it in 3D, standard edition, or just to wait till it's on Blu-ray? I'm going to let you guys know all of those at the end of this movie review. So let's get into the positives. So I will say the first positive of this movie is the fun aspect. This movie is very fun in tone, in just like, you know, the story. It's very much an adventure movie. It kind of brings you back to the original Pirates of the Caribbean, and I would say this one is probably like not as good as the first one. The first one is just ridiculously good. That's just something that I don't think they're going to be able to top with these next movies coming out. But with this movie, it's very fun. It's much like an adventure. Like the first one, we're not like fighting a war or anything like that. And the fourth one was very much an adventure as well. But this one really brings it back to that original tone that they had. And you know what? You can have a lot of fun with this movie. If you're a parent and you want to bring your kids to it, your kids are going to love it. I promise you, your kids are going to love this movie. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of fun to be had in the movie. Next, I would say the music. The music is the thing that just stands out in Pirates of the Caribbean movies, but I would say the music hasn't stood out this much since the original Pirates of the Caribbean. The music, like every single musical piece I've heard in the movie, and it wasn't the original song that was in the first one. They had different musical pieces in this movie, and they all hit home. They're all amazing. They're really, really well orchestrated, and they're just really good music. I would listen to the music if I was like studying or something like that, or just like, you know, just wanting to listen to music. It's that good. Next up is the cast. The cast was probably really, honestly, I thought it was really good in this movie. They had two new characters in the movie, and they were okay. They weren't like amazing. They were, you know, they weren't as good as Will Turner and Elizabeth in the first, second, and third movies. They didn't have that kind of chemistry that they did in the first one. But Javier Bardem, if I'm saying his name right, played Captain Salazar. He was awesome in the movie. He was such a good villain. I really liked him. He was very intimidating when he was on screen. He got a little less intimidating throughout the movie because he kept saying Jack Sparrow really in like a weird like Spanish accent. It just sounded kind of dumb after a while, and he said it a little too much. But other than that, he was actually a pretty good villain, and I really liked his backstory and what they showed of him and all the effects on him. It looked great, and that's another thing that's really cool too about this movie. The visual effects are awesome, and like any other like big blockbuster movie, the visual effects are usually up to par. They have the best visual effects in the business, and this one definitely did. From just like the ghostly aspect of all the evil. They weren't even pirates. They were just like guys trying to kill pirates. That's really what Javier Bardem and all of his crew were trying to do. And they're just it's like a very ghostly effect, but they were just really, really well done, and they all looked spectacular. Now going on to my negatives. This movie isn't perfect by any means of the stretch. I did enjoy the movie, but I didn't think it was perfect. So the first negative that I have for the movie is there is one scene, and this is very minor. This isn't that big of a deal, but it's very minor in where like you see a younger Jack Sparrow. And so they do that effect on them, like if you've seen Rogue One or if you've seen Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2, they had the effect on Kurt Russell when he was younger in the beginning of the movie, or and they had the same effect on Johnny Depp, making him younger. And when you were just like watching him and he was standing still, he wasn't saying anything, and they got close, I was like, oh my god, these are amazing effects. This honestly, like I thought to myself, this is really pushing the technology. This looks amazing. And then he started to talk, and I was just like, ooh, that's not good. Like far away talking, he looked good, but close up, no way. It looked terrible. It looked really bad, and I was just like, oh my god, this looks horrible. Like when you just go really close up, and that just shows you that technology is not really there yet, and they're still advancing that technology, and they keep going and improving on it. But Kurt Russell in Guardians of the Galaxy 2, he was flawless. I don't know how they did him, but he was flawless. Now, I will say, one of my biggest negatives in this movie was Jack Sparrow, Johnny Depp himself. And I know a lot of people are going to be pissed about that. And I think a lot of people in the theater, they all liked him. I didn't think that he really hit home with me. I think that the thing that's been bothering me about Jack Sparrow since the first movie, well, it wasn't even after the first movie, since the second movie, I'll say. Since the second movie, in the first movie, he was more of he's gonna outsmart you. He'll do it a different way. You're gonna think he's dumb while he's doing it, but he's gonna outsmart you and he's the badass. That's really what it was. And now when you really look at it, he's not. He's a stupid drunk that just accidentally gets wins, and he just accidentally does the right thing. And I don't like that. I don't like everything accidental. That's not fun. That's just stupid. And I hate when it just happens over and over and over again. And I felt that his jokes, and this is another thing, and that's a negative too, but it's mostly with him. I felt that his jokes, like half of them, were actually pretty funny. I chuckled a little bit. Barely chuckled, but I chuckled a little bit. And then most of his jokes just fell flat. They were so bad. And everybody else in the theater that I went to, everyone was just dead silent. He'd crack a joke, and everybody's just dead silent. And we're just like, it wasn't funny. It wasn't funny. Half of his jokes weren't funny, but when everyone else was telling a joke, they were funny. It's just Johnny Depp. I feel like he's played the character too many times, and honestly, I know I'm gonna get a lot of crap for this, but I can really see a Pirates of the Caribbean movie without him. Like I can see them doing another movie without Johnny Depp. I wouldn't mind that at all. I think that'd be really good. I think that'd be the best for the franchise, in my opinion. You guys may feel different about that, but that's how he came across to me in that movie. I felt it's kind of past his time. He needs to retire from these movies. Now going back to my positives, there is one more thing I did want to add that I forgot to add. Now there was one scene that I will give Jack Sparrow and Johnny Depp credit for. When they go back, and this is in the trailers, this isn't a spoiler, when they go back and they tell the origin of Captain Salazar, and they tell the origin of Jack Sparrow and how he came to be as well. That is the Jack Sparrow from the first one. That's when you get the glimpse of it. And I was like, that's what I want to see. He can obviously do it. Why are they making him a bumbling idiot in this whole movie? Why isn't he that smart badass that does the crazy thing but manages to outsmart everybody? That's what I want to see. And this guy's if you cross swords with him, he's gonna kill you. That's really what I wanted to see, and that's what you saw at during that little origin part of the movie. And that just, to me personally, that was really cool, and I did like seeing that, but unfortunately that was very, very small part of the movie, and Jack Sparrow does fill a large part in this whole movie. So that's really just going back on my positives. That scene in particular was awesome. I loved it, and a lot of the action in this movie was pretty good too, but nothing mind-blowing. It was basically your typical action in a movie. Now to getting my overall thoughts, should you guys go see Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales, first weekend, second weekend, in IMAX, Real D, 3D, all that crap? I personally saw it, of course, yesterday, Thursday, and I saw it in IMAX because I had one free IMAX ticket. I wouldn't have seen it originally in IMAX because I'm not one to put that much money out for a movie with Pirates of the Caribbean. I would do it for Spider-Man or something like that, but actually this movie wasn't amazing in IMAX. I don't think you have to spend the money, but I think if you spend the money on IMAX, you won't be disappointed at least. It was pretty good in IMAX, but I think you can get away with just not even 3D. I think you can just get away with standard edition, just seeing it in a regular movie theater, paying the cheapest price you can to go see the movies. But I do think this is something that is worth seeing in the movies. This is a big screen event. It's very fun. You will have a lot of fun with this movie. The comedy, some of it doesn't hit like at all. Some of it falls flat, but a lot of it at the same time, there is a lot of comedy in this movie. And a lot of it at the same time does hit home, which is actually pretty good to say. Just from Jack Sparrow, not really all that much. But from everybody else, comedy hits home to me. I thought it was pretty good, and I think you guys should go see Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. And now to rank this out of 10, I would give Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales a 7 out of 10. That's right, I'm going to give it a 7 out of 10. I didn't think it was horrible. I thought it was good. I thought it was a good movie. I thought it was okay. I think it's definitely something that people should go out and see this weekend. I think you should support this movie. It is a lot of fun. Alrighty guys, that'll do it for my non-spoiler movie review. What did you guys think of Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales? Did you guys like it? Did you guys not like it? What was your favorite part about the movie? Let me know down in the comments. I really want to hear your opinions. Also, make sure you guys smash that like button if you guys like this video. And make sure you guys share this video to anybody that wants to see Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Men Tell No Tales. So thank you guys very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye. Alrighty, Webheads, if you guys like this video and you guys want to see more, make sure you guys subscribe right over here to Webhead. I have plenty more movie reviews coming out on my channel and that are already on my channel, so make sure you guys check those out. I also have my social media tags in the bottom right-hand corner, along with my social media links in the description below, and 2 videos below me I think you guys would really, really enjoy. So thank you guys very much for watching. I very much appreciate it. Bye-bye.